5 days ago, on February 17th, 2026, a single sleek black Cybercab with zero steering wheel, zero pedals, and zero mirrors rolled quietly off the Giga Texas line. Elon posted the photo himself and called it the most important vehicle in human history. For the first time, we are staring at a real purpose-built Robotaxi, designed to drive itself, earn money while its owner sleeps, and maybe most importantly, force Marquez Brownlee to shave his head on camera. Yes, that BET is back. In October 2024, after the We Robot event, MKBHD bet, he would go fully bald live if Tesla delivered a $30,000 Cybercab to customers before 2027. Elon replied, "Gonna happen." Now the first car exists, and the internet is already flooded with bald MKBHD memes, while the poor guy is probably checking his calendar, hoping the ramp slips just a little. But here is the real question nobody is asking out loud. Does this single car prove the 2026 Robotaxi rollout is now unstoppable? Or are we watching the start of the most complex production nightmare Tesla has ever faced? One that could quietly push everything back and let MKBHD keep his famous hair. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, because this moment carries more risk and more reward than the headlines want you to see. Let us begin with the raw facts that dropped this week. Tesla released the first official image. Cybercab number 000001. VIN already stamped, sitting right on the line next to a Model Y for scale. This is not a render. This is not a show car. This is the very first hand-built validation vehicle off actual production tooling. Elon confirmed volume production ramp begins in April. That one sentence just turned the entire 2026 Autonomy story from theory into metal. Most channels will stop there and declare victory. We are not stopping there, because Tesla has said volume ramp before and the results were painful. Remember 2017? The Model 3 ramp was supposed to begin in July. They delivered fewer than 200 cars that month. Elon ended up sleeping on the factory floor. So when he says April volume ramp, what does volume actually mean for a vehicle this advanced? That is where the tension quietly starts to build. Now let us open the doors and look inside, because the details are everything. No steering wheel, no pedals, no mirrors. Butterfly doors swing upward exactly as promised, giving it that perfect futuristic silhouette. Inside, 2 rows of 4 seats face each other like a rolling lounge. A huge panoramic glass roof makes the cabin feel twice as large. An inductive charging pad sits in the floor so the car tops itself up between rides. And already inside this first unit is the new HW5 computer, 3 times more powerful than HW4. This is the hardware that finally makes unsupervised driving feel inevitable. This is not a Model Y with extra cameras. This is a car born for the Robotaxi network. But here's the part that should make every future owner pause and maybe even chuckle. This first Cybercab is still using prototype tooling and early supplier parts. The final version will have tighter gaps, new actuators, and a structural battery pack unlike anything Tesla has mass-produced before. So the car we saw 5 days ago is basically an extremely expensive proof of concept. It looks flawless in the photo, but the real test of whether it can be built at scale starts the moment April begins. Let us talk about that April ramp and why it decides the entire year. Elon chose his words carefully. Volume production ramp. In Tesla speak, that means moving from 1 or 2 cars a week to hundreds, then thousands. Look at Cybertruck. Volume was promised in 2023. Meaningful numbers only arrived in late 2024. The Model 3 ramp was so rough, Elon literally slept on the factory floor. Now picture doing all of that with a car 40% more complex. New 800-volt architecture. Structural battery pack forming the entire floor. Butterfly doors have never been mass-produced before. HW5 is still in early validation. One supplier hiccup, and the whole schedule slides. And if it slides, MKBHD might get to keep his hair a little longer while the rest of us wait. And that brings us to the tension that keeps rising. If the ramp goes clean, the first unsupervised Cybercab fleets could hit Austin roads by late spring. If it stumbles even slightly, the locked Miami, Orlando, and Tampa second quarter launches suddenly feel shaky. Austin already runs 42 Robotaxis, and will add the first Cybercabs for testing right away. Miami is confirmed for the second quarter. Orlando and Tampa share the same window. 4 more cities remain under non-disclosure agreement, but every report points to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Phoenix, and New York by the end of the year. The first paying passengers will sit in cars identical to the one that rolled off the line 5 days ago. That is no longer a dream. That is weeks away. Yet here is what truly changes the game. Tesla says owners keep up to 75% of the revenue. A single Cybercab running 16 hours a day in Miami Beach, surge pricing could net its owner $30,000 to $50,000 a year. That is life-changing money, but only if the cars actually get built, and the unsupervised software is truly ready. HW5 is a massive leap, yet construction zones, emergency vehicles, and Florida rain still challenge every FSD version. The car exists, the cities are ready, the money is waiting. But everything now hangs on one question that April will answer. Let us zoom out and face the harder possibility nobody wants to say. What if the ramp is slower than promised? Tesla stock would feel the hit. Owners who bought expecting to join the network in 2026 would wait longer. Regulators would get louder, Waymo would pull even further ahead. And somewhere in the background, MKBHD would quietly celebrate, while the $30,000 price point Elon keeps promising suddenly looks less certain. That is the real risk sitting on the table right now, and why this single car carries so much weight. So let us pull every piece together. One Cybercab now exists. April is when the factory doors swing wide open. The city launches are already on the calendar. Owner economics are better than anything the car industry has ever offered. Elon is still promising sub $30,000, which means MKBHD might actually need to grab the clippers before 2027. But the entire 2026 Robotaxi revolution rests on whether Tesla can pull off the most complex manufacturing ramp in its history.
When we started Tesla, the goal was to accelerate the advent of sustainable energy,
Yesterday
and
was
that's
not
what we've
just another
done.
factory
We need
photo.
to update our mission,
It was the
which is
first
to
physical
achieve
proof that
sustainable
Elon's boldest
abundance.
vision is now real metal, glass, and silicon. The next 60 days will answer every question that matters. April. Production numbers. First unsupervised road footage. Exact launch dates for Miami, Orlando, and Tampa. And whether Marques Brownlee shows up to his next video looking like a freshly polished Cybercab. I will track every update daily right here on Think Engine 2.0 with zero hype and the real numbers that matter.